What is up, YouTube? This is Griffin with Farmtown Flippers. I'm gonna be joined by young Thrifty Chick, and we're gonna get into it. This is Thrifty Chat's #1 FaceTime. Let's go. What is up, guys? Griffin with Farmtown Flippers. Here's always with my obviously very beautiful and lovely wife, young Thrifty Chick.
Hi.
So today we just kind of want to walk you through our experience in, we went out for about 2.5 to 3 hours today. To thrift stores, not all local, but in surrounding communities. And we had some crazy experiences. The first one that we went to was a place called Savers. I think this is a national chain. The problem with that place that we had specifically today and every Monday is that it's half price day. And the people there are aggressive. Like, it feels like 1984 Cabbage Patch Dolls. Like, somebody might axe your head to get a good deal, on like pop figures that are worth nothing. Things like that. How do you feel about that experience?
It's tough because you can never find a cart when you come in, ever, and it's packed, it's piled with so many people. People are like on top of each other, on top of like the aisles, and they're so like rude about it. Like, they don't say excuse me. They're just like, well, forget you. We don't care that you exist, But otherwise, you know what? If you don't go, you're never gonna find the stuff. So.
Why do my fingers always go the separate way? Oh, I gotta do it opposite. When I agree with young Thrifty Chick, I have to do this with my hand. Now I know. See, I'm like, yeah. So, the first thing I noticed there is that we had to park in the back and actually steal. I wouldn't say steal because no one had it claimed, but we just took a cart in the parking lot. This is how hard it is to get a cart at that store on Mondays. Is that ridiculous?
Yeah.
So we pulled in. We had to wait for like 10 minutes because everybody's turning in there. This is how crazy this place is. We pulled in there and then we seen a cart just kind of drifting, in the ether. And then we're like, young Thrifty Chick's like, oh my God, there's a cart. And I'm like, just drop me off. I'll get the cart. Just park and I'll find you. That's how stupid it is at this place on Mondays. I promise you that's true. And it's almost ridiculous because here's what I'll tell you. Even on half off Mondays, it's still kind of too expensive, and this is how stupid thrift stores have become. So that's another thing maybe we should talk about. What do you think about the prices they have on stuff?
It's kind of absurd, actually. Like, there was something, I don't remember what it was. It was just like regular, like glass, like a glass vase. It didn't have any markings on it or anything like that. And it was like $20. Something that you could buy at like Home Goods for like $12.
Yeah. So you know what's happening is that, and I don't know if you believe this, but what I think is happening, and I see it happening because, like at the third thrift store that we went to today, like just with the books, they had researched every single one of them and had made an insert and put it into the book to tell you exactly what it is, what you're, like all that stuff. But at that point, you're an antique store or a boutique or a resale store. You are not a thrift store. So if you're talking about major retailers like Goodwill, like Savers, these are nationwide. Okay, you're not a boutique. You're a thrift store. So how they can justify doing this, I don't know. But do you see it every day when we thrift?
Yeah, I see it. It's kind of obnoxious, really. Just don't do it.
Guys,
it ruins the value of stuff.
If you know, there is still some game to be had. Okay, if you're lying out there in this market, you know, you can go to garage sales. You can go to, you know, maybe, and these are even dying today, but you can find like a good flea market. Okay, these don't exist in like the Northwest where we live. To find a flea market here that's actually worth its salt or even worth going to or filming or doing anything, I mean, that's one in a million. In the South, you know, I know a lot of the resellers that I trust and respect and watch on YouTube live in the South, and that exists there, and I see that, and I am so envious because we, you know, here in the northeast portion of the country, we don't have that. We don't have that. It's all contrived, and if things are put together, you remember the community flea market we went to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did you think about the value that we seen there?
Oh, it was way too high. Everything was priced way too high. It was like you shopping on eBay, but in person.
Right. So maybe you don't have to pay shipping, but did you notice also that like half of the things that were really valuable were also fake, or it could be fake?
Well, with like the action figures and stuff, I could never tell because I don't know anything about that.
It's more about the cards, I guess.
But I mean, yeah, I believe it.
You know, the thing about it, guys, is these people coming into town. They're like the same way that carnivals do. They travel. They plan to travel, and they find these kind of things going on, these big community events where they can sell things. And here's what they do: they bring fake stuff. I seen, and this was a really, really big flea market, right? And we were there for a long time, and more than half of the Pokemon cards, not even Pokemon, but Magic the Gathering, these cards were fake. They were obviously fake, but your average mother or your average father who doesn't know about these things would have bought those. And they have them listed at the same prices as real products. And this is a real problem because they disappear. Once that sale goes away, which lasts 24 hours, maybe at the most 48 hours, if it doesn't rain like through half the day on Sunday, they're going to take your money and then they just jet out of town. This isn't eBay. You have no money back guarantee on your purchases at these places. So you have to understand, if you're going to buy things at flea markets and garage sales and stuff like that, make sure that it's real. right?
Yeah.
We've all gotten beat on that at some point in this business and in reselling, and it feels real bad because sometimes I've paid a lot of money for stuff. You probably have too, and it's on you, and that's it. There's no one else to blame. It's on you, and you just gotta let it go. And if God forbid somehow you had already sold that on eBay and now your customer that you sold the product to has to tell you it's fake. Oh my gosh, guys, this is really bad. Just refund them immediately. Tell them they don't need to send it back. But this whole channel is aimed towards you not having to do stuff like that. We want to help you out. And so we're kind of making this video tonight, I guess, right? Because we have a brand new thrifting video coming out, and it's going to be way better than the last one. It's not local honey holes. It's just from thrift shops in our area, and we're going to do a lot more of this. We haven't even been to a Goodwill, is that right?
No.
Okay. So we're in a good position to do this kind of content because we have so many thrift shops and during the fall and summer and spring. Even spring's a little iffy because it rains all the time. We have a lot of garage sales, estate sales, swap meets, things like that happening. What you will see in the wintertime is maybe some toy openings, maybe more FaceTime videos, stuff like that. But we're going to bring you all that content. And if we buy fake stuff, we're going to show you exactly how it's fake. We're going to make shorts on it, whatever it is. What do you think the overall value for our 3 hours was worth today? Like, if you had to, I think we said we paid what, about
$74.
$74, and we expect to make at least on the low end toy set.
Yeah, for sure. Double that. Mm-hmm.
So whenever we talk about profits here, we're talking about after eBay fees, right? Because, like, look, guys, and who knows what happens after, the switch in January with promoted listings. We're not even gonna. This is not what we're here to talk about tonight, and that's neither here nor there. But even after eBay listing fees, you can go to these places, and like Young Thrifty Chick and I were talking about today. Savers opens at what, 9:30? Yeah, 9:30. We didn't get there till 12:30 today, and I know that she gets anxiety sometimes, and sometimes, hey, I do too, about not getting there right away. But then it's like this crazy thing where everyone's rushing for a cart, and it's and we've already experienced some weird things. Like, everyone gets in your personal space, and they're like, I could just be very calmly looking at DVDs, like, just fit my profile very thinly, and somebody's gonna come over and start pulling DVDs out and looking at them from where I'm standing, and it's obnoxious. And I can deal with it okay, but this one, she's my wife, she's the love of my life. So if that kind of stuff happens to her, I get upset naturally, because I'm her husband and her natural protector. And then you get the other ones. Tell us about the guy at the third place.
Oh, the third one. I was minding my own business and looking at the toy aisle and stuff, and another aisle that was like half empty with random stuff, and I was walking back and forth of each aisle, and then I kind of you know, like when you feel something, like you just have like that feeling that there's eyes watching you. Something's weird. Well, I felt that in the corner of my eye, like I wasn't looking at him or anything like that. I was minding my own business, and I feel like something was not right. In the corner of my eye, I see him staring at me, like he's just like it's like a creepy stare, you know, and you're gonna get that, unfortunately, and it just made me uncomfortable, and I was just like, okay. I went to go find Griffin right away, and I'm like, hey, you know, listen, like, I don't feel comfortable, like, I'm just coming by you, because normally we'll, like, thrift, and he'll be in one aisle, and I'll be another, just because we want to see what stuff we can find.
And normally,
you know?
Let's get this right, normally it's fine, most people are normal, right? But
this one was creepy.
So,
I wasn't feeling right.
You know, you have a couple of options when that stuff happens. If you're husband and wife thrifters and you do this stuff for a living and you're always going to be there and like, listen guys, you are out in a public space. There is no expectation of privacy, and look, people are weird, right? Am I crazy, or are people really weird?
People are weird.
Okay. So you're going to encounter these kind of people. You're going to encounter them 100 to 1 when you're a female, especially if you're a female that looks like young thrifty chick. You're gonna get some weird vibes. You know, so what did I do? You know, I'm not looking to get bail money today or anything, and you know, I'm a pretty chill dude mostly. So I just walked right past him, you know, with about that much space, and just stared right at him to see if, you know, he wanted to look at me. He didn't.
He was scared of you.
Well, he didn't want to look at me. He wanted to look at my wife, and he didn't want to look at me. But I just wanted to see if he wanted to look, because there's a lot to see here. You know, I'm decidedly almost 50, and I think, you know, for a slightly balding, middle-aged man, you know, I'm slightly attractive, but I'm probably kidding myself. Either way, if you're doing this as a couple, you're going to have to deal with that kind of things. There are creepy guys out there. How many thrift stores have we been in where you have come over to me and be like, that guy's creepy? That guy's creepy.
Quite a few. In the years that we've been doing this, not just like...
Not like in the last week, but I'm saying
like,
we've been together for a while. There are really creepy dudes out there, man. Like, just make sure you're prepared for, you know, whatever it is you need to do. Protect your wife. That is your family. And also, that's your right under the Second Amendment as an American. So make sure you're protecting yourself. Make sure you're protecting your loved ones. But either way, that said, I think the second place we went was a complete bust. And it normally is. And it's weird because this is a really, really big thrift store. But they run the scam, right? And so this is another thing we should mention. They have the tag process, right? Where, you know, you go in one day and they say the orange tags or the purple tags or the green tags are the ones that are 50% off, right? You see that often with these stores?
Oh, yeah.
It's great. It's great if it is what they say it is on the face. The problem is it's not. And just like we talked about today, the first place when we went into the store about the tags, I went in and looked at the showcase. The showcase, okay, had 3 things that I was interested in before and had the tags that would have been 50% off, but I could clearly see they labeled them with different colored tags. It was not even done with care. They just slap the other color tags on them. Well, guys, don't fall for the color tag scheme. They will just change the color of the tags. Now, this thrift store happens to be so crap that they don't even care about hiding the other ones. They just slap the new tags on it like, oh, it's orange tags? Orange tags are on sale today. Well, here's a purple tag. Come on. I seen at the third one. Now, it's important to know. I support this store. We go there all the time. I think it's called, what, Sparrow's Nest?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, their mantra is they support battered women and women, they need help. And I totally get that. And that's a real thing. And I appreciate that. I support them. Try to be very respectful, for what they do there, and we do buy a lot of stuff from there, and I know that a portion of their proceeds goes to help those women, and I think both Young Thrifty Chick and I, we are on board with that. This is why we shop there, even though it's all insanely overpriced. Am I wrong?
No, it is.
They Google Lens, and I mean every single thing that comes in, and they don't, guys. Here's the problem with some of these places, and am I crazy? This is important to mention. They can't even be bothered to go to sale comps. They just look at what people are asking and then base their prices on asking, not on sold comps. And that's a big difference, as anyone who resells on eBay or on any Mercari, Offra, Facebook Marketplace. Look, I I could put up this Insta360 selfie stick, which right now you can find, on Amazon for $25, and I could say, hey, I got this Insta360 and Visa selfie stick. I want $69.99. That's cool. eBay's going to let me put that auction up, and it is going to sit there until I'm in the ground, and then Young Thrifty Chick can beat my corpse with it and then sell it for $14.99 because it's used on the secondary market. Guys, you can't run a thrift shop and charge prices like that. Like, I don't know if you own one or if you're thinking about owning one. You don't want to be in that space in this economy. If you are, you see, you cannot charge more for things than what they're worth. It's insane. And I think with Sparrow's Nest, we go there regularly, and it's like the only kind of deals that we can find is something that they miss. I don't know who they have doing this, but it seems to be kind of a widespread thing. Maybe they hire these Gen Z kids that don't want to work, and they just take the first eBay photo that comes up, like on the AI Google, what is that, Gemini, right? And they just take like the first seller that has a listing, and maybe this guy, and look, full disclosure, we did that too, but way early on. We are way smarter now. We look at the lowest price, we look at the highest price, we look at sold comps. This is how we know the things that we sell are fair. But we're talking about thrift stores. These are not supposed to be eBay resellers, but they're listing prices that are higher that are higher than eBay resellers in way less of a quality state. And then sometimes they even go as far as to slap like the as is sticker on it, right? You guys seen this? So if you're ever in a thrift store and they slap the as is sticker on it, don't buy it. Because if they're proud of it, if they want to sell it, they're going to slap a tested works sticker on it. If they slap a sticker on it that says as is, it means that doesn't work and they're still trying to charge you the full value. It is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's the only thing that I can equate that to is, you know, McDonald's charging $6.47 to a Filet-O-Fish sandwich. I mean, things have gone off the rails in this country recently. We, as consumers, we have to. Nobody's coming to our rescue in this fight, right? We have to do it ourselves. So you know what you do? You don't buy it. And that's cool, man. Buy the stuff or go on the half price days, or, you know, maybe you can take Murano Mama or Bargain Daddy. You know, our parents who we love more than anything else in life, and we bring them. Or, you know, whatever it is. But you have to get value even out of the thrift shops today, because they're egregious. The prices are egregious. Now, to end this video, I don't want to be all doom and gloom. I want to give you a little bit of hope in this. And I think young Thrifty Chick would attest to this. How do you think we did overall with all the places we went and what we got today?
Well, the win was definitely Savers because we got the majority of everything there. That was a big win. The second place, you know, I was able to find something for Christmas. It was name brand, so I was able to sell that for full profit. And the third place, obviously, Sparrow's Nest. Didn't find very much right now because their deals are they're too high right now. So I think the overall win was Savers, and I think we're gonna double what we paid for sure.
So I just want to drill down on that a little bit. So the thing with Savers, right? If we were to be paying the full price on those stickers, we probably wouldn't have gotten almost anything that we got, right?
Well, the receipt showed how much we would have paid.
Yeah, and we wouldn't have paid that for what we got. What I'm saying is, do you feel like we would have picked up like even 50% of the stuff that we got if it was full price?
No.
It's outrageous, guys. So here's what you have to look for: the stores that do the sticker deals, or you know, bring your mom or your dad or your, you know, other mom and your dad, bring them on senior days, but you have to get a discount at these places because the prices have gone off the rails. If you're reselling it, if you want it for yourself, fine, whatever. But if you're trying to resell these products, okay, you're going to need a discount because the prices are off the rails. It's insane. You cannot expect to pay these prices and then turn that over for a profit after the eBay fees and the shipping and, you know, the chance of a return and all of that aside. You still can do really well because I think that we did really well today. We only bought the things that were on deep discount, and I think worst case scenario, and let me know what you think, but I think we can at least double our money for very minimal effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I want to add is that if your local like thrift store has like a point system, please sign up because it does wonders. Like the last 3 that we were at today, I signed up for points on all of them a long time ago, and you rack up those points. You can use those points towards any purchase. It depends. Maybe there's $5, $10, $20. Like it adds up. So if there's something like you're keeping your eye on, something really special, use those points because those work as well.
Yeah. And you know what, guys, that is an excellent point. She is 100% right, because if you shop at their stores, and we always do, we have points accumulate. We don't even know it. And then one day you go up, you bring your stuff up there, and they're like, hey, you have a $10 discount. I mean, sometimes that makes a big difference, right? And you're like, yeah, you've already made a pile of money because you're smart resellers and thrifters. So you've already made a profit out of this place, and now you come up to the counter, you forgot you had these points, you're in this program, you put your phone number in, you swipe a card, whatever it is you do, but now you got a deeper discount on that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to thrift stores often, especially Goodwill, get on that program. Get on those programs, if you want to stretch a little bit more money out of it. And in these days, in this economy, of course you do. So make sure you're doing that. But I think that's it for this video for me. Young Thrifty Chick, anything more for you?
No.
Guys, thanks so much for watching and growing with us in our channel. We have this brand new thrifting video that's coming out. I'm really working hard to get this out. But in the meantime, we're going to put out the shorts. We're going to put out these FaceTime videos and just talk to you about thrifting in general. And just when we go out into the wild, we want you to know what we experience, because it's everyday life for all of us that are in this industry. And even if it's not, you can see some cool stuff that we find or whatever. And we'll see you in the next one. And make sure you catch our new video that will be up in the next couple of days. And we'll show you, just like we talked about in this video, everything we went through today. There's some gems in there, believe me. So make sure you catch that. Love you guys. Like and subscribe. Griffin, Young Thrifty Chick.
Bye.
See ya.